Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to PDINA Royally Teachable Moments. I do hope you're doing well. So excited to be here today. I want to just tell you something. Just tell you something very, very interesting and new that I'm going to be doing starting next month. As you can see, I have a lot of knickknacks and things about, and I'm going to have a new set I'm working on. News break. But that aside, I have got some really neat things that I've collected thanks to my husband, who is an antiquer. We have come across a lot of things that we want to raffle to support my charity. A lot of you know that I run a charity that teaches at-risk youth, underserved youth, life skills, gives them opportunities for travel and to really have life experiences that they would otherwise not have. So to support some of this work, I'm going to be giving a portion of the funds received from this raffle to support my charity. So the first item that I'm going to have for my raffle is this beautiful photo right here. I'm going to raffle this off to support my charity. There's just going to be so many good things I'm going to have to raffle off. My husband is a big collector, and we have got some amazing items that we're going to raffle off to support my work. And yeah, so this could be yours. Details about this is going to be coming. So inside this card, this was the card that they would send out every year. And it says, this is what it says on the inside. This is the official Christmas card that was sent out on behalf of the Duke and the Duchess in the 1960s. And this photo says so much to me. Just looking at this photo, you can tell something is happening in this marriage, in this relationship right here. They are not warm and they don't put out a good feeling of togetherness. Perhaps this relationship that they had and how it wasn't really, I guess, all that towards the end of their lives. And yeah, but nonetheless, they had the wherewithal to put together a holiday card and to sign it. And yes, it is signed by Edward and Wallace, and it looks like their official handwriting, because Edward's signature is different than Wallace's. And this is an official card that they sent out. So this could be yours. This is going to be a raffle to support my charity. So I hope you'll participate. More details to come. It will be next month in September. And not to mention that they've got these lovely pugs in the photo. It looks like my little Otis is there, but it's not my Otis, but it looks like Otis. They love pugs, and you gotta be drawn to them for that reason alone, right? So a real piece of British royal history could be yours. More details to come next month. I wanted to address the story that I did about the peace talks between Prince Harry and the King. Now, this story has been running out there. A lot of you are saying that this is a PR stunt, that this is something that Meghan and her people have put out there. It's not true. Well, there's something really sinister going on. If you're telling me that the likes of someone like Meghan and her people are putting out stories that contradict what the royals are doing, they are purposely saying things that are not true, trying to change things up. We know that Meghan and her people have done that. But you have to look at something like this to think they are really in a PR battle war with the royal family. If you are putting that much thought into how you can disrupt the royal family and their engagements, we all know that they do this all the time. But I think it's getting to a point where you don't know who's putting out what. And this gives me the thought that this is when the royal family have to really come out and be strong about what they're saying and doing and contradict full outright any stories that are being published out there that are not true. But this story is contradicting the story about there being peace talks. So despite reports that a reunion between the king and his estranged youngest son was planned for next month, one insider has dismissed this claim. Now you tell me, who put the story out there? Who said that King Charles is going to meet up with Prince Harry during this window when he has some extra time? We know that he's leaving Balmoral. He's going to be going over to France between the 17th and the 20th of September. There is this downtime that he's going to have, and it coincides with the time when Harry's going to be in Germany, when he's going to have some availability as well. But this coming out now and seeing that this claim has been dismissed is a clear smackdown to whoever put that story out there, saying that they were going to meet up. Okay. Now, the king and Harry will apparently not meet for peace talks in London in September, as had been hoped, according to a royal source. So, was this something that they thought maybe they could do and then it was dismissed, and then Meghan and her people, they went with it and put it out there to imply that perhaps this could still happen? So in spite of the reports to the contrary, an insider told the Daily Beast that the meeting will not take place, although the king may be open to the idea of reconciliation in the future. So apparently there were these talks about maybe having these peace talks, but nothing was really concrete and going to actually happen, as had been told in other stories. And I think this is where you have the contradiction between what Harry and Meghan are trying to say, or their people, and what has actually happened within the royal household. And, and for me, this is a clear sign that you are still battling, or you are still trying to fight and go up against the royal household when you are contradicting or even putting out stories that should not even have been put out there. There's clearly high levels of tension and animosity happening when you've got a tug of war of PR like this. Now, a source is saying that King Charles is due to return to London via Balmoral in the middle of September, which ties in with the end of Harry's Invictus Games. So I think perhaps maybe there were some talks about them possibly meeting up, but the king never confirmed it. It was never really something that was going to happen. And Meghan and her people, they ran with it. There is something wrong with that. There is something wrong with a woman and her people, and a husband and his wife and their people, who knows who the people were, but clearly putting out conflicting stories, because this was set to actually happen. And I'm so glad a story has come out to smack it down, to say, no, it is not going to happen. But it looks like from this article that there were discussions about it. It was discussed, but it was not confirmed. And Harry and Meghan, their people, they ran with it as a story. It's just, this is what we're dealing with, folks. We're dealing with a very sinister, manipulative, vengeful person, people, whoever. And this is what the royal family is up against. And then it coincides with this other story that I think shows that this could be them, because of this other story that has come out that's saying that Harry and Meghan, they are branded as outcasts who pushed the king right to the limit. Like everything that they have done has really worked the nerves of people that normally are just out doing what they do and being the people that are trying to make a difference in the lives of so many people and charities. And you have Harry and Meghan doing things that are attacking and being very vengeful. So Harry and Meghan's attacks on the royal family have made them total outcasts, and it is only right that they are now ostracized. This is what a royal expert is saying. And I think this story could have even come out because of this story about the back and forth of the peace talks. So as they had added, the Sussexes seem to do everything that they can to upset the firm and may have pushed King Charles right to the limit. Isn't it a coincidence that this story has come out after they have come out to say, or to smack down the story about there being peace talks? Because we know they've been doing this since they left the royal household in 2020. They have been really pushing the limits with the firm, with the king and the queen at the time. So why is this story just now coming out to say that they've really done it now? They're really doing too much. That they've pushed the king to his limits. He can't take it. The king has had it. What does he do now at this point? He runs out just stripping butt naked and screaming, I can't take it. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing this? Is the question. Harry and Meghan are just poking at the royal family for a fight. Just like poking at them. You know, like putting out stories and saying things and doing things to just rile them up so that they can get some attention and to further their private lives independent of the royals by trying to create this controversy or to get what they want and to be these spoiled, bratty children that just don't want to even work. If you want to put it in context, just don't even want to work. Just want everything handed to them. So I think that story shows that the king and his people, they smacked down the peace talk story. And then they came out with a double bam, bam, smackdown. The king is reaching his breaking point because of these two wackadoos causing so many problems for the king. He can't take it no more. Stop it. I think it's the king saying essentially, you've done enough. You've done too much. And I'm done with you. I'm done. And I'm going to just start be more tactful or finding ways to respond so that we can save face, but at the same time show you we ain't playing no more and give them the smackdowns that they deserve to have and to be cast out. Outcasts, you are ostracized from the family. You have behaved so horribly that there is no way ever for you to come back. Because when you are somebody that continues to make problems and to cause divisiveness and to make other people just, you push them and you antagonize them and you do all these horrible things to them, at some point you have to pay the price. At some point you have to have a consequence to your behavior. And I think the king is trying to make it so that there are consequences now. And the consequence is that we're going to come out and we're going to respond to your dirty deeds. We're going to respond to you behaving the way that you have been behaving so that we can put an end to you and your horrible ways, because I can't take it anymore. The king cannot take it. And I think at this point, at this juncture, the king is ready to say, I'm ready to step up and show you I have had enough. And that's why we have this article. Peace and love. Peace and love. Remember to subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I have a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.